Hey, let me show you something. Come on. Come on. Here, have a look at this. Right here.
What was that?
It was me gulping in anticipation.
Welcome to Chaotically Intolerant, episode 103. Leighton,
Whoa.
let's talk about episode 2.
Episode 2, my turn in the spotlight.
Yes, sir. That is your episode more than anything.
I mean, I think I've watched it like 2 full times so far because it is entertaining to see all that. And I gotta say, I feel like Ivory and I's games were probably like the best to watch of, maybe not to watch, because I feel like when Ivory and I were in that moment, I thought we had so many just volleys, but then the clips you posted, it was just like we just kept missing serve returns and we look horrible. But there was a couple in there where we really went back and
I
forth.
had it towards. I more covered the end of your games because
Yeah.
your games, like the endings, were electric.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you went on that run in game 2 from 11 till like you went 11 to 19. That
Mm-hmm.
was electric.
Yeah.
And you had there were some cool angles too. Tyler got some really cool angles. Like one you hit like a serve and it looked like a professional.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sick. I think you hit one on like a corner that was really sick.
Yeah, and then there was the one that Ivory was trying to say it was a let, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro,
I
you
literally had
can't
to.
really see it in the video, but I
You
remember that
can.
in person.
You can. I looked at it extensively actually when I was editing this, and you
Mhm.
can. It did not hit the net whatsoever.
Yeah, homie's trying to cheat, got
He
nervous.
was scumbag behavior.
He's ejected from next year. He has a 1-year ban.
He's suspended. He's suspended from all chaotically intolerant activity on
Mhm.
Sunday, Monday, July 24th. How about that? Ivory has
That
been
works.
suspended for 24 hours.
but yeah, like my mom even watched it, and she's like watching you, like I was on the edge of my seat, like you had so many good serves and stuff, which that was pretty cute. But um but yeah, it was a good
Was
episode.
this a family event when they found out you're going to be in a documentary? They were like, "Oh man, we got to roll out the red carpet."
No, but
This guy.
like Ivory was over, and so he wanted to watch it at my house. So then, my mom was in there watching with us. But yeah, because my mom doesn't know how the tournament went or anything. She just knows, like I told her, like, oh, I did really well when I played and stuff like that. But that was about it.
I feel like at times when I'm going through and editing, I feel like I'm putting myself in there too much, like for commentary. But if you pour over the commentary footage, like the other guys didn't talk about the other games that much. Like they didn't really give me
I
that much.
figured, especially,
So
yeah.
like I was able to do it because I was intently watching everything. So
Hmm.
I talked about every single player extensively. Like you gave some good amounts about some of the games. You're like number 2, and I was looking through it. I was like, man, I'm really like I feel like I'm putting myself in there too much.
Hmm.
But again, like I was like, all right, well, it makes it better because at least there's commentary on it rather than
Yeah.
just multiple. You're watching like play happen basically.
Hmm. I gotta also say that the hype around episode 2 is lacking on YouTube.
I know. Very disappointing.
Yeah.
Leighton and Ivory just don't bring the numbers, I guess.
No, it's because everyone, heard that I won't make it to episode 3, so they're like, nah, frick that, bro. It's like when they kill Glenn in The Walking Dead. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see after that. Yeah,
Man.
I'm probably gonna post it to my story again, just being like, if you missed it or whatever. But I don't know how
Keep
much that'll
posting it.
hold.
Keep pushing
Yeah,
that shit out.
I'll
Keep
put it on.
pushing that
I'll
shit
put it
out.
on my meme page, my completely dead meme page.
Well, honestly, that helps the algorithm. If it's completely dead and then you suddenly post it again,
Yeah, everyone's gonna get the notification. Slimy the
yeah,
Sloth posted.
just posted right now. Very important. I think
Yeah.
honestly, my favorite part was my dad. He had one little comment about you. He said, Leighton is the best one here in his soul."
You cut that because that wasn't even in the video.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't because you were saying no about his ping pong, and then your dad was like, "Yeah, he needs to work on his serve." I don't think that first part was in there.
No, it was in there. I'm pretty sure. Wait. Let me look up the dang thing.
Do you know where it was?
Relatively. Here,
I
wait.
think he did the his serve comment towards the end, or like it was in the second half.
Hold on. It's like 6:49. That's what it's at. Or like maybe just before that. He's in the middle of a sentence at 6:49.
Yeah, let me check it.
Who is Dylan Durstein?
That's my second cousin. Yeah, he watched it, which I thought was cute.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, he Snapchatted me and was like, "You're good at ping pong."
Good job. You got to get that family to kick it up. Get those numbies up. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Okay, he did say that. I guess just his critique of my serve was the only thing I remember, not the positive.
Well, Leighton, you are sadly eliminated from the Chaotically Intolerant Classic. You're the first one to. Well, actually, you're not the first one to be eliminated, though.
Yeah, Angel, bro.
Yeah, for real. Bro, what are you doing? I can hear that.
Oh, it's like this thing is screws onto the bottom of the mic, and I just keep fidgeting. I'll put it back.
You need one of those fidget cubes.
Yeah, I kind of do.
They're $3 at Walmart in the clearance section.
Yeah.
I bought one.
If it would help me not chew my fingernails, then yeah, I'd try one. But
That might help. Have you tried clear nail polish on your fingernails?
yeah,
Not.
I just
no
pick
good.
that off, and then
Oh.
it just gives me twice as much to pick at.
So next week is Michael versus Jackson, episode 3.
Didn't Kevin and Jackson play?
No. I thought you were
No.
going to spoil a matchup for a second.
No.
No, it was me and Kevin.
You're right.
Jackson and Michael. That was after the realignment.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, big episode next week. Every week's a big episode. Now I will say that matchup's going to be tough to glorify, to be honest. that I don't know if you remember what happened in that one. I'm not going to say what happened, but it's going to be really tough to make it look dramatic.
Yeah, I know. I feel like there were a couple close games throughout the whole thing, but like literally Ivory's and I were like the most like, oh my goodness, it could go either way.
They were the most electric. I'll say
I
that.
wish
they
I
were super
won.
electric.
I wish I won one of those to push a game 3, because that would have made it so intense. Like Ivory was the better player, but like it would have, because that would have literally been
He wasn't
three.
the better player.
There would have been 3 close games basically.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice to have. Would have been a little
Ivory
hard to
didn't
keep it under
stick to the
20 minutes,
script.
though. Honestly, I would have to take out the first part where I basically said we got screwed.
Yeah,
But
by Angel.
yeah, it's been hot, dude. It's been crazy hot.
The feels like, or for you, that's the real temperature.
The real temperature.
It's been like 110 multiple days.
Yeah, it's insane out there. It's crazy. What is it right now? So it's 10:03 p.m. Feels like 91.
Yeah, it's insane.
At
I leave Dakota's house around like this time. I get into my car that doesn't have AC, and I'm sweating on the way home. And it's like, dude, it's nighttime. It's ridiculous.
I played golf today at 10 o'clock. The feels like was 101. At noon, I was still there. It was 104. And it got all the way up to 105 today.
Jeez.
But, like, I'm going to be honest with you. I still think it's a little mid. I think the heat is actually a little mid, in my opinion. It is. Because we used to get, like, 99-degree days.
It is weird how much the feels like is ahead of the actual temperature.
Well, but I feel like we used to have a higher feels like. Like I feel like it's maybe I'm just glorifying how hot it was back then when I was a kid. Everything was better when I was a kid, but I feel like it was definitely hotter. Like I'm not even struggling that much. Like it's hot, obviously it's hot, but I'm not struggling that much.
Well, maybe it's because you have more water in you as a big boy now.
Oh, that's true. I'm drinking Coors Light, baby. Mountains are blue.
But I also, well, because when I worked at Chick-fil-A, I worked there during a summer. Yeah, it was the summer after COVID. I was still working there. And so we're all out there with masks on and crap. And I remember there was days where, like, the temperature would be, like, 98, 99 with it feels like in the hundreds. But now
we're only getting to, like, 93.
Exactly, which is that's weird to me because I feel like it feels like it's usually only like 3 or 4 degrees higher, but right now it's like 10.
I jumped in my car today after golf. I parked in the shade and it was still fucking hot in my car. And I'm sitting there and I'm just drenched in sweat, like just pouring sweat into my cloth car seats, which is just fantastic because there's just a stain. Like I can't get it out. It's just from me sweating. I feel gross, but like I can't do anything about it. There's nothing I can do. Yeah. And then I had an old bike from my mom's place that I used to ride to school. She lived near my school, there at Sarasota High School. And I was like, I want my bike again. I'm going to start taking it to the gym. I'm going to bike to Siesta Key from my house, which isn't that bad. And my mom just said, oh, the bike, there's only one issue. It has a popped inner tube. I was like, all right, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I go home and I'm like, let me try out this inner tube. I don't know if it's broken or not. Start pumping. This is at like 10 o'clock at night too. Mm-hmm. Pump, just keep pumping. And it's fine. I get on the bike. Like I sit on the bike and the fucking thing explodes. The inner tube just was. I was like, dude, how the fuck am I so fat right now? And how in the world did that just make me feel self-conscious about my weight? Mm-hmm. And then I did it again, except it popped almost immediately. Like I got a new inner tube and it popped almost immediately.
Bro, what
I don't know.
Are these dollar store inner tubes? Like,
no.
Bruh.
So I think what happened when the first inner tube popped, it blew out the tread, but I couldn't really tell. I was like, this might actually work. I'm not sure. So I put it on again, and then I think the wires from inside the tread poked into it when it was blowing up, but it was still fucking loud. And then today, I took it to a friend who is a mountain biker, and he was looking at it. He was like, "All right, well, you can't use this tread. It's not usable." We went to Walmart. They didn't have the size I need. We went to Target. They didn't have the size I need. They had all these other sizes, but the one I had. We went to Dick's Sporting Goods. They were like, "We don't have it," and I was like, "Dude." So we finally go to like Ryder Bikes. It's a bike shop on University. And I'm like, all right, well, we need this tire. And they go, okay, we have that. And they're like, we only have one in stock. And I was like, that's fine. I'll deal with it. Just give it to me. Well, it was the wrong size. They ended up giving me the wrong size after I went home. And then we went there, and he inflated everything. And then I got nervous because the front one is still old. So I had my friend who's like 50 pounds heavier than me jump on the bike and fuck around with it, and he didn't break it, so I guess I'm still fatter than him, even though he's 50 pounds heavier than me. I'm just fatter than him. I'm denser. That's more of a man.
Well, it's because you're more muscular. Muscle weighs more than fat.
I thought fat weighed more than muscle.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. So I just wanted this fucking bike. That's all I wanted. I wanted to have a bike that I could take to the gym and to the beach, and it's been like combined like 8 hours of project for this thing. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, at Mayaka, because I would work on the bikes there, and I had a tire explode, and yeah, it was so loud, and immediately like my coworkers start running out there. All the people in the park are like looking around to see what happened. Like, relax, people. And then
just
like one of my coworkers is one of like those older ladies who like is sarcastic for fun. So she's like, what did you do down here? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, please stop drawing attention to this. The freaking tire popped. Big whoop.
Sounds like a gunshot.
Literally.
It did, dude. I did it. I was doing it late at night, and I was outside in my garage, so I guarantee you it just amplified it towards one side of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like a massive just sonic boom. It's Barbenheimer week too, Leighton.
Yeah.
Are you gonna see Oppenheimer or no?
I don't know about Oppenheimer, to be real. I'd be fine seeing it in theaters, but like, I'm going to see Barbie in theaters. I don't know if I will Oppenheimer.
Dude, you gotta see Oppenheimer in theaters.
I already know how it ends.
Whoa, hilarious. Great joke, Leighton.
Well, it's literally true. This is Christopher Nolan's attempt at getting Best Picture and Best Director, because he won't do it making a normal movie. He has to do a historical movie.
He's had fantastic movies that aren't historical movies, and that he probably should have won Best Picture for.
Yes, but you don't win Oscars for fantastic movies. You do for historical movies or movies where someone overcomes adversity. Not for Inception or The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, I mean, Interstellar deserved it. The Dark Knight deserved it. The Oscars don't even mean anything, dude. I'm going to be honest. They suck. The Oscars suck. Yeah. They rate everything. They're dumb. Most movies that are like critically acclaimed, I'm like, this is just a French girl smoking a cigarette in a light or like a white room. This is not Oscar worthy.
Are you referring to something?
Just like typical. That's like a typical Oscar.
Typical Oscar movie is a French woman smoking.
It's some French woman sitting on a bed in a very white room smoking a cigarette, and that's just like they just do that for 2 hours. Actually, more like 3, because most Oscar-winning movies are like fucking 3 hours. Oppenheimer, that's 3 hours. Yeah, that's a crazy time. That's a crazy time for a movie.
I'm sure Oppenheimer is a great movie or whatever. I don't see it like being like in my top 10 or anything like that, because I don't know. I I prefer movies that I have to think about or have characters that I adore through it. And it's like this is just about a bunch of nerds who blew up Japan.
I've heard this debate recently of was it overall like should we have dropped the bomb
Hmm.
basically? Like was it beneficial to society overall?
Yeah.
Cuz apparently, so I don't know if this is true, but apparently like we didn't really need to drop the bomb. Like
I've
we
heard.
thought they might surrender
Mhm.
and it was like kind of unnecessary, but Oppenheimer was like, "No, we have to drop the bomb. I worked on it. I want to be a part of history," basically.
Oh, I've heard that like Japan was literally going to surrender 2 weeks later, and that it just made the outcome happen 2 weeks faster at the expense of like 250,000 civilians.
Would you say, although those people did die, which is super sad, would you say that that possibly prevents future? Like it's prevented future wars? Like I feel like we would have gone to war with Russia in the Cold War if there wasn't mutually assured destruction.
That's interesting, and I just don't have the expertise to even make it. I would
History
think
guy.
not. I would think not because just because we haven't dropped a bomb on a country doesn't mean that we can't. Just like Russia never bombed somebody on that scale, but we know they hypothetically could.
Well, yeah, I mean they could, but there's the if
Plus, it
they did
was
it to us, we would do it to them. You know
plus
what I mean?
the real bomb was the U.S. Olympic team beating Russia to end the Cold War.
USA, baby.
It
Let's
was
go.
nothing about atomic bombs.
Let's go. I should watch Miracle again. Good Lord, that's a great movie. That
I've
wasn't
never
even.
actually seen it. I just know that
Oh,
I've
you should
like
watch it.
heard that.
It's a great movie. I mean, it's a Disney movie, but still,
Disney
there's a
makes
great. What?
Disney made some incredible sports movies.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like Remember the Titans. I
That
love
is
Remember the
literally the
Titans.
best one.
I love Remember the Titans. They say so. Like I kind of understand what they're saying, but I think it's like it's kind of a Disney movie. It's supposed to be a little out there, but they say that like racism is so it's very like binary. Like you're either a racist or you're not a racist in that movie. Which like all the characters are like they're either super racist or they're not super, they're not racist at all.
I don't even agree with that.
Because I feel well like they're outrageously racist or not at all.
Well,
Like
because society is outrageously racist in the movie, but the movie's not about them. It's about the football team itself having white players who are racist to begin with. Because, like, yeah, it takes the teamwork and the spirit of brotherhood on that team to overcome the racial barriers between the players. Like, what's the main guy in Julius?
Bertier.
Yeah, like their relationship because Berktier was like, "Oh, this is wrong" at first. They even had the one player on the team who was super racist and tried to sabotage the
Oh
team.
yeah, what that
Yeah,
Ray.
and he gets kicked off the team because he doesn't get it. He like I feel like there's varying I would say the society around the players and the other teams they face are just completely racist, but I don't even think that matters because the movie's not about them. And
I'm
like
not saying I agree
Berktier,
with the take, but
yeah,
I understand what they're coming from.
I
I just
don't.
don't agree with it. Now there is
Complete
one thing.
garbage.
There's a
Garbage take.
problem. There's a problem with that movie. One of the playoff games, Boone yells at Yost, like, "Our defense is getting killed out there. Get your defense under control," something like that. He yells at him for that. At the and then like they cut to another scene. At the end of the half of that game, it's 7-3. Seven to
Dang,
three.
that
He's
is
yelling
a
at him
good
for 7-3.
point.
They're losing by one score. That's like the worst one. I
Yeah,
was like,
that's an offense problem, bro.
when I like watched it, I was like, all right, Disney made a good football movie, but they don't know football. Like they don't truly know football. Because any like person who actually knew it would be like, why are
That's an
you showing
incredible
that score?
defense.
Like that's a fantastic defense, holding them to 7 at half. Like especially when your offense can only score 3. Like
Mhm.
that means there's probably turnovers or they're getting stopped. Like fucking Herman Boone, what a fucking moron. God.
So
Denzel's fantastic in that
we
too.
have one cinema sins tier nitpick on that movie, and that's it.
Denzel's just fantastic in that too. Like holy shit.
Mhm.
That's one of his better roles. I mean,
Ryan Gosling is fantastic in it. Wait.
he's a liability at cornerback. He's actually terrible. Guess what? He can't drive either because he's a liability at cornerback.
You know, have you seen Drive?
No, I haven't even seen it. I just like
I
to
have,
fuck with
and I don't even like that movie.
it.
I don't understand. I think that movie's weird and like I don't know.
Oh my god. The way you
I
said that too. I
I
don't even
hate.
like that movie.
Well, it's annoying because like I'm a Ryan Gosling fanboy. I think he's perfect and he's literally me. But like of all movies, why is Drive the one that everyone like loves him for? Just do Blade Runner.
Cuz he's like, well, they do Blade Runner too.
Yeah. But
But
it's like they should
he's
only do Blade
broody.
Runner.
He's very broody in Drive, I think. From what I've seen. Like
I
I've
don't
seen clips
like
of him driving and he's like
he barely drives in that entire movie. The movie so he moves into this building and his next door neighbor is a woman who they have a son and a husband or whatever. And basically Ryan Gosling's like forming a friendship with the woman. And so it's like, okay, this is kind of sus. Then he ends up going on like a bank robbery with the husband. Husband dies, and then he steps in kind of as the father figure to like the kid. He doesn't like get with the mom, but like they're very close friends. And it's like, what was the point of this? And it's like I don't know. I just don't think like that's like I get that he's like a loner and like cool, I guess, but like it's not like a satisfying story or anything.
no,
But
it's not like at all.
I don't
That
know.
doesn't sound I don't feel like I would be very happy about that if I saw that.
Yeah.
Sounds
And
depressing.
there is some weird side plot where I think it's Walter White is trying to make him a race car driver. And so
Oh,
he's
Bryan
like,
Cranston's in it?
yeah, I think that's him if I remember correctly. And he's like, okay, I'll drive for you. And then just like Bryan Cranston gets in trouble with the mob and they kill him. So it's like, okay, so he never becomes a race car driver. So it's like, why is this even called Drive?
Sounds more like Walk.
Literally, like I don't know. That movie was just so like I don't know what I was supposed to like take away from it. And the fact that so many people build the Ryan Gosling
You're supposed to
fanboy.
take away that you're literally him.
Yeah,
Have you seen this guy, Adam 22? Heard about what happened to him?
I have not.
His so his wife and him do this show called Plug Talk, where they they interview an OnlyFans model and then have sex with them on the
Oh,
show. Yeah, very bizarre, but do what you do. I don't content shame. Well, apparently for his wife's birthday, she wanted to have sex with a black guy.
okay.
So she did, and they recorded it, and like this is all like promoted by the husband, and now the guy that had sex with the guy's wife was like, yeah, I fuck her better than he fucks her. Like he said it in an interview.
Uh huh.
So that's just what's been. This guy just got cucked. That's what's been going on the internet. That's been
I literally.
it's been a big story. But the fucking thing is, apparently on this show they only interview female like porn stars, and they have a threesome.
So technically, he's still winning.
So this guy is just he's having sex with other females all the time. I mean, his wife is there, but still.
I mean, like I can't ever imagine living that lifestyle. But I mean,
no.
It's like just you guys do you, I guess.
Well, that's what the show is going to turn into. Me and you.
Whoa.
An angel.
We just yeah, angels are who we interview. Bruh.
Ew. Oh,
it's no longer June.
Oh man, we gotta wait 11 months now. Damn it.
Yeah. Stay tuned next June.
That's our big that's our big content next June.
The Chaotically Intolerant Classic and this interview with Angel.
That's a big month. It's a really big month. But yeah, this guy's been getting called a cuck on the internet for a long time. But
yeah,
I don't know, man.
I mean, so's his wife.
I don't.
At that point,
that's the definition of a cuck.
Like for sure, the husband's a cuck, but like their track record says up like that he stays winning. You know.
Let's see what else. Messi. Let's talk Messi.
Yes.
Messi.
Let's freaking go.
Talk about Messi. Tell me about Messi.
So first of all, yeah, Messi's now playing for Inter Miami.
You're literally him.
Yeah, I'm literally him. There's been a couple new Messi doesn't do well in social situations.
So, yeah, he doesn't do well in social. That's it. That's all that needs to be said.
So there's a couple new videos of that have dropped. He was spotted at a Publix in Miami, which was cool.
Picking up pub sub. What? That's what you do.
He was being escorted by police, and he turned left on red. Because he's not used to how we drive. Literally just pulls out into an intersection to turn left while cars are going by. And the cop had to like follow him because he's supposed to be like escorted. So, yeah, it's Messi's world. Miami just happens to be there. But yeah, then he got subbed into a game that Inter Miami was playing.
Is he washed now? He's just getting subbed in? He's not starting?
Well, I don't think they normally start for the first game. Because I know there was a lot of European players will retire and start playing soccer here. And so a lot of the times they'll be subbed in, or they're not playing as much as they did. They're not at the height of their career, but
so he's washed.
No, but Messi obviously isn't. He's not a starter. He's working his way into this team. He'll be a starter soon, but like, you know, I think it was the first game of the season or something too. So
tickets are like, I heard they were like $300 at least.
I think the average for an Inter Miami game, I heard it was $80 before the news of this thing happened, and I think now the average is around $480. Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, he scored a free kick to win the game. Top left corner, easy.
Is he the GOAT?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to go see a game because it's like Tom Brady's cool being the best football player, but it's like that's just U.S. sports, like whatever. Like Messi's literally the greatest player to ever play soccer. So it's like he's literally alive during our age. I need to go see him play.
Let's look at Ticketmaster. Let's see here.
Yeah, donate to the stream, and we could get some Messi tickets. We'll do a podcast at the stadium.
Dude, Orlando. Hold on.
Yeah, if they play Orlando City, that would be an expensive game. But
Hold on. Standing admission is $254.
what's a standing even mean?
That means there's no seat. You just get in.
Where do you stand?
Wherever. They do have some designated like places to stand, but like you can go wherever.
Okay.
But they're probably gonna be sold out, so it's not like you can get like a real a good or get like a good seat. Hold on, I'm looking right behind the home bench. Guess how much it is right behind the home bench?
I'm guessing in the thousands, but I don't want to.
$2,250 for a regular season game.
This is of Inter Miami?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Wait, I wonder if there's. Oh, there's no club. You can't get any of the club seatings. Because what about right by the tunnel where the players enter? $279. It's not bad.
Jeez.
The thing about soccer stadiums though is I don't really think there's a bad seat. Like, because this is like a smaller stadium.
Yeah, because there's not like a super high up seat normally. But I would feel like behind a net would be a terrible spot because you might see a lot of action, but it's also possible all the action happens at the other side of the field.
Oh God, yeah. No, you never want to be on one side of the field. You want to be like down the middle as much as you can.
I do know with the World Cup though, when they did penalties, I think they did penalties against the Argentina side, so it was all Argentina fans like yelling at the French goalie and like
Dang.
waving at the French players as they kick and stuff.
Did you see what Ronaldo said about the Saudi League?
No, I didn't.
He said it's way better than European football. He'll never go back. He's probably like, yeah, this like almost $1 billion is so much better.
Mhm.
Oh my God, this is so much better.
Yeah, they probably paid him $1 billion to run his Twitter page or something.
They paid him $1 billion just to say that.
Literally.
Money is literally monopoly money over there. It's insane. They're pumping so much money into the Live Golf Tour, or they were. Like, they were losing so much. They were just losing billions, it felt like. But they didn't care. They have so much money. Like, we don't even know how much they have.
Yeah.
They could probably be trillionaires.
For sure.
There's no, like, reported income. There's no, like, reported, number.
They have Saudi Arabia, I think, has a pooled fund for the whole country.
The
that's
PIF
just
fund.
like, yeah, it's for investing and stuff.
Yeah.
And like they put $2.7 billion of it went to Lucid, that electric vehicle company, because they have a big owner stake in Lucid Motors.
I think PIF just bought, or they just bought. What the hell did they just buy? I think they bought into a hockey team. No. Well, they bought into a soccer team too. I think they own not Real Madrid. Is it Manchester?
I know Qatar Airways is like the sponsor for so many teams.
I think Manchester. Hold on. I think Manchester is owned by the Red Sox owner, actually.
I know whoever owns the Bucks also owns one. I think Manchester City.
Yeah, that's oh my God, what the hell is his name? He owned a few different small teams. Oh, Brian Glazer. Yeah, dude is glazing it right now. He probably glazed Tom Brady. Oh my God, can you imagine?
I'm sure of it.
Holy shit. That dude was just dancing on it. Just he was breakdancing on it. Just bouncing up and down. All right, you want to do the draft?
We have a draft?
Yeah, remember the movie draft
Oh shoot.
with
Okay.
it has the list of movies.
Oh, is that on the document?
No, that's in the text. What I texted you guys. I can copy and paste it into the document though.
Yeah, nah, I'll just put that. Was it from a little while ago? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do a Blockbuster.
Not that Blockbuster.
Okay. Also, the
Um,
Women's World Cup is going on right now.
Did you see that commercial from the French team?
No, I did not.
So they did this thing where they photoshopped men's bodies onto the women's players. Like, so it looked like the men were playing when the women were, and it looked crazy good. Like, it looked identical. Actually, a little bit better because they weren't flopping as much. Seriously, the women were looking, or they don't flop as much as the men. They get beat to shit.
Mm-hmm. Dang, bro.
All right. So our episode topic, or our draft topic today, in honor of Barbenheimer, we're gonna do movie blockbusters. So we actually have a full list of movies that made $1 billion or more. We're gonna take 5 each. So yeah, of our favorite ones. Some of them don't.
Some of them don't, but it's literally half of this is just a list of Marvel movies and whatever Disney has bought.
Jurassic Park. That's not a. Oh my God! There's like yeah. Hold on. Was Disney? No, they didn't do Titanic. There was like 7 straight movies that were all Disney.
Bro,
I
and
swear
these
to God.
tomato ratings are horrible.
This is based on money, I think, though.
It is, but it has the how it did on Rotten Tomatoes too.
Dude, I didn't like really keep track of the Disney ones. Holy shit. So many Disney movies.
It's probably at least 75% of these is something Disney currently owns.
I'm not
Okay.
shocked the Super Mario Bros. Movie got it, though. Got to a Billy.
Okay, I think I can pick 5.
Yeah, I can too. Have you lost 2 in a row now?
Yeah, because you're rigging.
No, because you're trash. Because you're trash. Because you're trash.
Okay.
Because you're trash, dude.
Just pull up the number thing. I'll win this.
Dude, I hope I fucking get the number. Since I won, I'll pick the number
Bro,
first.
you're a Marvel fanboy, so you're going to choose all the Marvel stuff and get all the votes.
Fuck no. There's maybe 1 or 2 Disney movies on this list I would actually pick. To be
There's
honest.
literally one Marvel movie I would do, and it's not even the one that people like.
There we go. Oh no! Wait.
Exposed.
Exposed. Shit. What the hell? Why won't this? Oh, you know what? I was on the wrong thing. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. I picked the first number. I'm gonna just go with 29. Trusty 29.
You go with 28 for you.
Please be 30 or more.
Well, you rigged this website, so.
Please be 30 or more. Fuck!
Let's go! I'm so good. I'm so
God,
good.
dude, what the fuck?
Okay.
All right, what do you want? 1 or 2?
1.
Fuck you, bro. Take your pick. The draft is now open.
I should have chose 2. Can I change that?
Nope, too late. Hands off
Okay.
the chess piece.
Well, because I know that this isn't even going to be what your first pick was, but The Dark Knight.
You motherfucker.
Dang. I'm surprised you'd actually pick that first.
I've actually been going through like a kick of really wanting to watch The Dark Knight and like all the Batman movies, or the Nolan Batman movies. So I watched part of The Dark Knight. I watched it over the last 2 days, I think. And then I actually watched them in reverse order because I'm just going to take The Dark Knight Rises as mine. Like, I think I actually like The Dark Knight Rises better. Wait. K-N-I-G-H-T. Yeah, I like The Dark Knight Rises better. I acknowledge that The Dark Knight is the better movie.
I think I gotta agree with you too. I think I enjoy watching The Dark Knight Rises more than The Dark Knight, even though I think The Dark Knight is the better of the two.
I've always liked Bane more as a villain for him, just because, like, I don't know. It's just
It's
like
crazy the scale of destruction he does. Whereas like Joker, it's like, okay, you got the two boats, but it's like Bane literally has kidnapped the entire city.
yeah. I also like how there's kind of the apocalypse feel to it, especially because like it's his last movie, so it does truly feel like a finale,
Yeah.
and like a final battle basically. And I really liked how they did that, where they shut down the whole city, like nobody's going on, nobody's getting in, nobody's getting out, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I loved him in that. He was a great cop. He was a fantastic cop. And like just the way he talks, like, I don't know, he was just, I don't know what it was. He was just really likable in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, Catwoman.
Need I say more?
Yeah. I mean, major bonk to me, but like, I'll take it. Need I say more?
Respectfully.
Very respectfully, very respectfully. I do have a few issues with The Dark Knight Rises, though. Like, I posted the video that I did last week of like the worst death scene ever, which we talked about it 2 weeks ago. That's a terror. How does that even make it off like the cutting room floor?
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at bad movies and I'm like, you guys put this out. Like really bad CG, or like I get like if like jokes don't land, that's fine, or like, subjective things, but like objective things, I'm like, how did you put that out?
And it was also from the truck like crashing, because the truck fell down the thing.
Yeah.
And then she just dies.
Yeah.
After she finishes her monologue, then she just dies.
I don't know how she died from that truck crash. I mean, she like, she didn't like, I don't think she broke her neck. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how would she died? The other part I hated was that Bane was like basically just her employee. Like, she hired him to take over the city and to destroy Gotham. He's in the comics, which again, I'm not a super big comic accuracy guy. I like letting them tell their own story because like that's what a character is. It's just somebody that you can plug into the story. But I feel like Bane needs to be independent. Like, he's still from the League of Shadows. I like that. But he needs to, like, do it for his own reason rather than for Talia al Ghul.
I feel like it was fine. Because, I mean, yeah, he had more of a muscle role than the brains role. But, like...
Which he's incredibly intelligent, too.
Yeah. I feel like that's a little bit minor. Like, I feel like...
I mean, yeah, it's not a huge... I could understand where people point out and say this is why The Dark Knight is the better movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I watched Batman Begins today. And I love that movie. That's a more charming one, I think, because you see more of Bruce Wayne being Bruce Wayne. That is the one thing. You don't get to see too much of Bruce Wayne in the Batman movies. Like, he's talking with, or in the last two, like he's talking with Alfred or he's Batman. And then there's like the one scene at his party where he's like, I'm gonna throw you a gala in your honor to Harvey, and he's kind of a dick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one where they're at dinner, and that's when Harvey says, like, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah.
He's not Bruce Wayne, and he's kind of Bruce Wayne, but you could say he's just being Batman.
Yeah.
Like the
great movies.
They're all great. Batman Begins, you get to see him, like, he buys the hotel that like his girlfriends are swimming in the and the fountain in. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
He
It's
was
been
at
a
dinner.
while since I've seen it, but
He was at dinner, and like the two models that he brought to dinner were like swimming in a fountain in the middle of the lobby, and they took their clothes off. And then the waiter goes, "That's not a pool, sir." And they'd have like a little back and forth, and he goes, "Well, I just bought this place," and he hands the guy a check, and then he goes, "And we're gonna make some changes about the swimming arrangements." Basically,
dang.
pretty badass. And he has the moment where he wants to go shoot Joe Chill in the courtroom, where he brings the gun. And I think Katie Holmes was also a better love interest, in my opinion. I just liked her better. I mean, obviously, I think she was prettier, but a part of it, I think she just meshed well with Christian Bale.
Huh?
I don't know why we got into a Batman conversation. I mean, I've just been into it, but
Because they're
I
just
love
too
Batman.
good. But
He's the GOAT. Although Bane started making sense a little bit towards the end. He was like, "We need to take our city from the corrupt and give it to you, the people." And I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna let him. I'm gonna hear him out. Get those corrupt people out of there."
oh,
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we take over the city. I'm not saying that. All right, I'm gonna go. Are all three Despicable Me movies are on here? There's one that I think you're thinking of. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna take Top Gun.
good pick.
Top Gun Maverick. Great movie.
That was on my list.
A lot of these movies don't deserve to make that much, to be
Yeah,
honest. Why did they make that much money? Like, why did Toy Story 4 make so much money?
literally.
Or Zootopia. Zootopia was terrible. And it inspired, like, weird child pornography.
Yeah, the stuff that keeps showing up on Ivory's feed.
Yeah, the stuff that Ivory looks at.
He can't even defend himself right now.
I want him to listen to this, too. All right, you got 2 picks.
Okay, so I'm going to do Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Nerd.
That's literally a fantastic movie. The whole franchise is phenomenal. And then I'll do Joker.
That's fine. That's a great movie. I mean, it's such a hard watch. You know what I mean? Like, I love that movie, but I can't watch it. I need to prepare myself for it.
I feel like it's a little more niche. Like, I don't even know why I like it as much as I do.
I thought it was a great look into just mental health, I guess, and like the decline of somebody. It's very interesting. It's super hard to watch. Somebody just completely collapse, though. It's like very like, oh my God. Like every time I feel like I'm sitting in my seat tense the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Just uncomfortable because he's just fucking just bizarre. Like remember when he's sitting in the girl's apartment, she's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And it's like, "Oh my God, this guy is fucking insane." And then when he kills his friend and then his other friend is in there and like he can't reach the door.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. You're like, holy shit, there's no way this is gonna happen. And then he just lets him out. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he good.
He good. He chilling. All right, I'm gonna do shit. This is kind of tough. Just there's so much Marvel on here.
Literally.
There does not need to be so much Marvel.
I don't even think we can both pick 10 total without getting Marvel movies.
There's this is a great one. This is a fantastic one. I don't know how it has a 52% on Rotten Tomatoes. The Lion King.
Okay.
Is that not a good movie?
I guess it's fine.
You don't like The Lion King?
I mean, it's like a kids movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it. It's not like
It's a fantastic film.
Okay.
You just don't know what you're talking about. Just like a lot of the people that watched all these terrible movies.
I don't even know what else. There's nothing else that I really love on this list.
No, not at all. Fucking A, man.
But then I don't want to be the bum who caters to the audience. So
I'm doing my very best to avoid any sort of
because there's
Marvel
one
movie.
that's a very obvious pick, but it's like I've never even seen it.
I wonder what your very obvious pick is.
I guess. Wait, did you do yours or?
I haven't picked my second or my fourth. Shit. I'm gonna go with. I feel like. Man, this is so hard. All right, I'm gonna go with the first Jurassic Park. Like, that was a revolutionary movie in how we make movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I can't let that go. That's a fantastic pick to get in. What, the fourth round? Can't let it go. It literally changed how all of us make movies. It was revolutionary. It was also like the dinosaurs were just sick for that time period too. And it still holds up to this day. You're up, Leighton.
I mean, I guess my last two genuine picks, if I'm not catering to the audience, I'm gonna do the Super Mario Bros. Movie. It's not like a fantastic movie, but it was a cute watch.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't woke really or anything. I know Peach is has a deep voice in it or whatever, but it's just the movie isn't the way the games depict the Super Mario Bros. So it's fine the way it is, and they even make a good idea because everyone complains so much about why didn't they have the real voice actor do it, but they give I guess it's kind of like a cheap cop out on why, but they do give a reason in the movie.
You can spoil it. I don't care.
Okay, so basically the Super Mario Bros. Are plumbers in New York, and they were doing the accent, to be for their commercial. We are the Super Mario Brothers, and then when they're showing the commercial to their family after it airs on TV, they're like, "Why'd you do a silly accent?" and stuff. So, I mean, it's like a cheap way to make an excuse.
That's cheap, but
I
guess
it works.
At least it was a nod to we know they sound different normally.
And it's also because Mario and Luigi aren't from a video game in this movie, so they aren't good at fighting Bowser or whatever they have to do.
Yeah,
it's a very independent story from the games.
All right, you're up. Your last one.
I guess I gotta do a Marvel movie, but I'll do one that I actually enjoyed. It was Spider-Man: No Way Home.
That was the one you enjoyed, huh? Oh, just because of Toby.
Yeah, I didn't like Far From Home.
Yeah, that wasn't the best. No Way Home wasn't the best. Not the best at all. All right, let's see. I feel like I can actually avoid doing any Marvel movies. Possibly. I mean, this one, I'm not taking the fucking Titanic, dude. Absolutely not.
I don't ever see myself watching it again. If I do, I'm watching the last hour.
I watched it once, and when some of the people were falling off and hitting the propeller, they use that really cheesy scream, and they just bounce off the propeller, and I kind of chuckled when I was watching it. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous, and I just turned it off. This is terrible. I don't think Endgame is that good of a movie, so I'm not going to take it. I will
I
not
feel
take
like that's
Endgame.
the audience pick. Like
That is
everyone
absolutely
loves
the audience pick, and
Endgame.
I'm not taking
Yeah.
it. It just wasn't that good of a movie. Like the time travel was stupid. I don't understand why they did it like that. But I'm gonna have to take a Marvel movie. Now, can you believe this? I don't think Winter Soldier is on this
It's not
list,
on here.
which is
Because I would have
insane.
chose Winter Soldier if it was on here.
I don't know how it's not on here, but it's
Because
not.
good movies don't get appreciated.
That's
Marvel
true.
fans don't know good movies.
They don't know good from bad. They really don't. But I'm just gonna take the layup, the true layup, Infinity War. Like that is the layup. That was I think it was like the most enjoyed movie. Like I never hear anybody pointing out holes in Infinity War.
Yeah, because they've been too busy pointing out holes for years. So they didn't even bother.
Oh.
I
All
never
right.
even watched Endgame or Infinity War. I know what happens in them, but it's like, dude, I literally hate all these people so much.
It's Endgame was definitely not bad. They are not good. They had like their time travel reasoning, the way that they did time travel so they could basically bend the plot to match with what they wanted to do with the plot is ridiculous. They basically said when you go back in the past and change something, that splits off, but you're like you don't go to live in the new past. You stay in the same past. Or you stay in like the same timeline. You don't go to live in the new timeline. Which is weird. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
And that's how like Captain America was able to go back and be old and come back.
Uh-huh.
Like that makes no sense because like how is his future not completely changed that he didn't go back in time or that he didn't like go and try and kill the Red Skull and stayed with Peggy. It makes no sense. Zero sense to me. I also saw, dude. I love the Transformer movies, all three of them. Dark of the Moon, I love that one too.
I don't even really remember the other ones. I just remember the first one.
And I'm gonna say, I didn't mind Transformers: Age of Extinction. That's the one. That's the first one with Mark Wahlberg. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Jurassic Park: World Dominion. I don't even think I watched it. I heard it was horrible.
The Jurassic World ones suck. I didn't see Dominion, but I saw Fallen Kingdom.
There's a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean on these. I'm not a big fan of that. I never got into it. I always found it a
Okay.
little gross, unsanitary,
Yeah, there are some gross scenes in
and
that.
I'm like, ugh, I don't want to look at that.
All the sea people, all like slimy, and their eyeball will pop out, and then they put it back in and stuff. It's like I'm like 10.
Yeah, I don't need to see that. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, as well. The prequels, not bad. The 2010 Alice in Wonderland with Johnny Depp. He's just a weird guy. Tim Burton's just a weird guy. Just a bizarre creature that somehow made it to this earth. Rise of the Skywalker. Minions. We didn't draft Minions.
So stupid.
I don't know how Despicable Me didn't make the list. I love Despicable Me.
Because no one knew it was good.
But
All
I feel like
the
they would have discovered.
sequel stuff is on here. Because they did good in the box office.
Frozen, Titanic, not a sequel. Every Marvel movie is a sequel to something else. Jurassic Park, Skyfall. I don't know if. I don't think that's a sequel. It's like a new one, but I get technically it is. It's a
still based
continuation of a
off of
character.
yeah.
Incredibles 2 made a lot of money. Finding Dory somehow made a lot of money. I didn't like Finding Dory.
Yeah. I don't
Kind of
even like
sucked.
Finding Nemo that much.
I like Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo's nice. Black Panther, average.
We all know why that did well. What? It's the same reason freaking like everything else did. It's just people wanted to see this, so they just like the first Harry Potter's on here because people who are in love with Harry Potter were like, we finally are on the screen. Black Panther had a very clear reason that it was set apart from other superhero movies. Can I say that?
No, I think that's actually correct. I mean, that is completely correct. I agree with you. I do agree with you. The movie was like, in my opinion, it was kind of average. Like I really love Chadwick Boseman as an actor. He was fantastic in it. I just think overall, it was kind of meh. I wasn't memorable. I'll say that. In my opinion, just my opinion. All right, so I'll go over the list. Alex, Dark Knight Rises, Top Gun Maverick, The Lion King, Jurassic Park, and Avengers: Infinity War. Leighton, The Dark Knight, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Joker, Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Spider-Man No Way Home. I think you're going to win. I don't have a good feeling about my list. Don't have a good feeling.
I feel like I'm going to lose because I have two like DC Comics movies.
You have 2 DC movies? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you maybe shouldn't have double dipped on the DC.
They're literally both fantastic for these people.
They're based. All right. Make sure to watch episode 2 of Summer Smash. It's definitely not getting the hype that it got last time.
We got to do our numbers.
That's true. We do have to do our numbers. Let me make sure to record the numbers. We didn't have any numbers last week. No numbers. We should. We'll draw for last week. 103. I'm gonna do 29 again. 29. What are you gonna do? You have 2 numbers.
I'm gonna do. I guess I'll just do one number for both, and I'm gonna do. I'm feeling 81.
If you were to do a second number for one of them, what number would that be?
Okay, you want me to do? I'll do 79.
Well, no, on the record it's 81, but I'm just saying for
then 79 would be my other number.
Okay, because I want to know if you would have hit at one point, and then you can go to sleep knowing that if you just chose 79,
I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Wait, hold on. Angel is 62.
Oh.
14 for episode 102. Oh, shit. 14 for 102 and 103. Here we go.
Oh. I got close to you.
Oh, shit. 34. 34. Very cool. Very cool. Dang, I've been close past few times. I'll get a little bit nervous. Yeah. All right. Make sure to watch Summer Smash on YouTube. Catch Leighton and Ivory go to battle. Friends and championships do not mix. Hold on. I have an ad read for it. Real quick. Nobody pause. Nobody leave it.
He's getting there.
Friends and
Relax.
championships don't mix well in the wild card battle between best friends. Leighton Verhule and Ivory Upchurch go to battle in a best-of-3 series to see who will go to play the number 1 seed Armin Boyajian to try to make history. The Boys of Summer are back. 7 players square off in a high-stakes table tennis tournament, the second annual Chaotically Intolerant Classic, as they all try to take the trophy back from defending champion Armin Boyajian. Commissioner Alex Boyajian, reeling from his loss in the 2022 championship, is learning to balance his duties as commissioner while keeping his game sharp for his own title run. This season features 4 rookies, including Michael Scarlett, who enters the playoffs on a 21-game win streak, which includes sweeps of Armin Boyajian and Alex Boyajian. The documentary is starring Alex Boyajian, Armin Boyajian, Leighton Verhule, Kevin Steinfeld, Jackson Greer, Michael Scarlett, and Ivory Upchurch, and is produced by Tyler Cook. Pretty damn good. That was pretty damn good. I felt professional. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, do the whole damn thing, and we will see you next week.